Welcome back to Good Afternoon, Berks Country here on WEEU. Our first very special guest today is a television, film, and theater legend. You know him as the star of Barney Miller, which happens to be celebrating the 44th anniversary of its very first airing in 1975. He's coming to Kutztown University to perform alongside Barbara Eden in A.R. Gurney's award-winning Broadway film Love Letters on February 13th, part of KU Presents series. Let's welcome Hal Linden. Hal, good afternoon. How are you today?
Good day to you, sir.
Thank you so much.
I'm holding up.
Thank you so much for joining us. Let's get started. Tell us about Love Letters.
Love Letters is an amazing theatrical concept. I don't think anybody has ever done anything like it. A.R. Gurney came up with this idea of two people whose relationship is just told in the letters they wrote to each other. And all we do, there's no action on the stage, no interaction between the two characters, I think till the very last moment of the play. And all it is the correspondence between two people from the age of, 8 to, 70-something.
Wow.
So, and the whole story is told, the whole relationship is revealed purely by reading the letters. It's an amazing concept. I don't know how he did it, quite honestly, but he did it.
Given the fact that there's not interaction, not a whole lot of scenery, costume changes, anything.
No scenery. It's two people sitting at a desk writing letters.
Given that, what makes it so strong? What makes it work and connect with audiences?
You have to ask A.R. Gurney how he did it. The man wrote about a relationship between two people, a relationship that started as kids, when they go to junior high school, when they go to high school, when they go off to college. He goes in the Navy. I mean, and it's all written in the letters. And when you're A.R. Gurney, you write it in such a way that you realize what the characters are feeling and wanting and not getting. As the relationship goes on, he marries one woman, she marries another guy, and before and their whole you get their whole life and the relationship all in the letters. I defy you. It's an amazing piece of theater. Mm-hmm. So anytime I get a chance to do it, I really look forward to it.
What's it like doing this performance with Barbara Eden?
Well, then again, we don't interact. We don't interact.
To some degree, do you play off each other, though?
We just sit next to each other. We never turn to each other. I think the last line of the play, she turns and says, "Thank you," and that's the end of the play.
Wow.
That's the and you believe me, you follow this relationship and you become involved in it, and which is why I always look forward to doing it, because it's so theatrically well constructed. Listen, it's been going on for 30 years? How many years have you been doing this?
And you've done this with Barbara Eden before, correct?
Yes, of course. Yes. I've done it with other people before. Mm-hmm. And every time you do it with somebody else, you get a different perspective. I'm sure she's done it with other people. I'm sure she's gotten different perspectives on my character. Mm-hmm. So that's the fascinating part about it. You react to what you hear.
How different is the play when you change one of the actors? Is the dynamic dramatically different?
This play was done by some of the biggest names on Broadway. Mm-hmm. I think it was originally done by, now I'm blowing it. Patton. Who played Patton? George.
It's on the tip of my tongue, but we'll look it up in just a moment. It's okay.
Yeah. So some great actors have done it. Mm-hmm. I did it with. All right, forget it. I'm going to start with names. I'll never make it. I've done it with some incredible people,
sure,
and some not so incredible people, and the play changes.
Yeah,
depending on who you're doing with. But and it's been done by young people, by 30-year-olds, which is kind of weird because they get to be in their late 70s in the play. You go from, I think, 8 years old to 80, something like that. Not quite 80, but probably 75 or something. I never really figured it out.
Has your own life experience changed the way you do the play and informed your performance as an actor?
Well, that's by definition. That's by definition. You invest your own experiences in the situation that's constructed by the writer. You do it personally. How would I feel if this happened? How would I react? And you do it as what seems to you the proper reaction to a situation. But then again, everybody's got different reactions.
Sure.
So I'm sure it's different when other people do it.
I read that the first performance that you and Barbara did of Love Letters was at the State Theater in Easton, Pennsylvania. Is that right? And what do you remember about that first performance of Love Letters together?
I don't remember the where. I do remember being taken by Barbara. Barbara's reputation or body of work has always been kind of frothy, Jeannie and very light and, light comedies, light stuff. I didn't, but when I heard the depth of that, I remember hearing the depth of feeling out of the character, which of course helps you find the depth of feeling in your character. And it was an amazing revelation that there was this kind of depth in Barbara.
I was surprised
Somebody
to read.
else is calling me, or is it calling you?
Oh no,
Okay.
we're fine here. I know you've got to
You're
go in
good?
a minute
Okay.
or two. Just wanted to ask you. I understand you got your start in entertainment as a clarinet player. How has being a
Yes.
musician?
Hang on one second. Let me get rid of this.
Again, you can see Hal Linden and Barbara Eden in Love Letters on February 13th at 7:30 p.m. at Schaefer Auditorium on the campus of Kutztown University. You can find your tickets at www.kutztown.edu.